Back in 2014, I was taking this math class in college and something strange happened in it that caused me to reevaluate some of my skills in life. Now, in this math class, I sat next to this big guy over here who was trying to study to become a nurse, and we both sat in the back of the class. I was a cool kid, okay? And we all know all the cool kids sat in the back. And I had major social anxiety and I didn't want to talk in front of the class. So it was just easier to not make eye contact with the professor and being called on way back here. So this class was taught by an older lady who rocked a mullet, and the mullet was orange, and she also wore glasses, and she was like a bigger gal, and she was also very, very, very pale, like a vampire. We'll call her Miss Duganberry. We'll call her Miss Du. Miss Du was one of those professors who never ended class early. In fact, she would actually get upset with us and mark us absent if we left before class ends.
You leave when I dismiss you.
She also sat on a rolly chair and slid everywhere. I guess it was just more convenient for her since she was fat. One day she drew a triangle and got up to show us the correlation between angle A and angle B. I don't remember what we were learning that day, but all I remember was that it involved triangles. Also, it was strange that she got up and walked across the class to show us these angles. She usually just wheelies everywhere. Maybe she was just trying to do something different that day. Spice math up a little bit, make it exciting, make it fun. So while on her way back to her chair, she fell. It just came out of nowhere like poof. But she just got right back up and brushed it off. All the students in the front row were really worried about her and they were checking up on her, but she kept telling everyone that her arms cushioned her fall. But that's not what the students were saying. They said they saw her hit her head. I, on the other hand, didn't really see what happened because I was all the way in the back. But I wasn't too concerned because she should know her own resistance to fall damage. She continued to teach for about 5 minutes and everything seemed to be normal. Then all of a sudden, in the middle of her sentence, she just takes a very deep breath and says,
I don't feel so good. I think I'm going to end class early today.
Wait, what? Is it really you? Are you playing with us? It's not even the end of math. Well, I guess she really was trying to do something new today. I started to pack up all my things and get ready to dart out that door, and then I noticed something. Hey, dude. Doesn't she look more pale than usual? Somehow her skin got even more white. I literally saw the pigment of her skin leave her body, and then this happened. Oh, The whole class turned and stared at me because I was the quiet kid and I had never said anything in the entire class until then. And then they noticed that I was staring at something, so they all turned their heads to look at whatever I was looking at. Right away, everyone started panicking, including me. I have never been in a situation like this before, so I had no idea what I was doing. I ran up to Miss Du and just kind of stood there. I wanted to help, but I just didn't know what to do. I was like, girl, you need life alert. Luckily, we had a nurse in the class. And no, not this guy. A different student who was also in the nursing program sprung into action. First, she checked Mrs. Du's pulse, and then she told another student to call 911. While checking Mrs. Du's pulse, she had a seizure. It only lasted about 5 seconds long, but it scared the dookie right out of my booty hole. And then she woke up and she grabbed the nurse by the neck and started freaking out.
Where am I? Who are you?
She was quite confuzzled. She had no idea what was going on. But the nurse calmly explained to her what happened. Miss Du, you have fallen and hit your head. You had a little seizure, but help is on the way. Everything will be A-okay. At this point, other staff members have already entered the room. They were trying to get the whole thing situated, so they kicked all the students out so Miss Du can have some space. They were gonna stay with her until help arrived. And just like that, we all just started leaving. But then I noticed this guy over here didn't even move a single inch. Like, bruh, aren't you trying to study to be a nurse or something? Where were you back there? But I shouldn't be giving him so much shit because I was pretty useless too. Just as useless as male nipples. I mean, what is the purpose of male nipples?
What is your purpose?
So the whole incident got me thinking on what I could have done differently or how I could have helped. And if I only knew what to do and had the correct skills, I could have contributed instead of just standing there looking goofy. I have never felt more useless in my life, and it was the only thing I can think about the whole car ride back. I thought about when I was a little kid and what my grandma used to say to me. Honey, do good in school and get all the A's. And when you grow up, do the doctor, okay? You know what? She was right. I should do the doctor. She is trying to prepare me for my whole life for this moment, and I failed her. And from that moment on, I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to help people, and I didn't want to feel guilty about not knowing what to do in a situation. Then, a few hours later, I came to my senses, and I realized I was too stupid to be a doctor. I guess the moral of the story is sometimes it's okay to not know what you're doing. You can only do your best to help out in a situation, and sometimes you can't help at all. And that's okay. We're only human. We don't have all the skills to do everything, and we shouldn't feel bad about that. So that's the end of the story, and I didn't become a doctor. The end.